Alrighty, hello everybody. It is weeks 3 and 4 of the basement, and I decided to lump these 2 weeks together because nothing really happened. Um, Pretty much, I picked out some carpet. 4 inspectors came. We had an inspector for framing, electrical, and plumbing. And during the during the plumber inspection, the guy comes out and he's like, okay, the basement people, they did just fine, but whoever installed your hot water heater installed it incorrectly. Great. The people who lived here before us got a new hot water heater, I think like 2 years before we moved in. Anyway, our home inspector should have caught it, but I'm pretty sure that we got like a safety home inspection. It's like a little bit less. It's just like, hey, is there anything that's going to blow up the house? And this technically was not one of those things. So that was a fun $2,000. But the hot water heater wasn't installed efficiently. He said that like in a year it's going to break. That was how it was described. So anyway, they did like 2 or 3 things down there. And yeah, that took a week. And then lastly, I guess the big thing that happened in week 4 is that the insulation went up. So let's go ahead and watch all those videos. Again, it's not that many. I'm going to post week 5 like right after this. So I'm going to link it up here and in the description below. If you just want to jump to that, I get it. Alrighty, so it is the start of week 3 in the basement, and nothing crazy happened downstairs, but we did get some flooring samples in. They brought it in on Monday, said we needed to make a decision by like the beginning of Wednesday. So not too much time, but I don't have a crazy amount of samples. I ended up picking this color. It's not too gray. It's not too shaggy, but it's like pretty dense carpet. Anyway, I liked it. I mainly picked it out for the color, and yeah, today was easy. Alrighty, it is day 11 in the basement reno, and I don't think anyone came yesterday. We didn't hear anything. I don't like see anything that's really changed, which I'm not surprised by, right? Like I was surprised that people were here for every single day for the last 2 weeks. So I'm not surprised that schedules got to be lined up and we're taking a break today. Alrighty, it is the end of day 13 in the basement reno, and I don't think anyone came today either, but I think that the inspector comes tomorrow, so it's a pretty chill week here. We're just hanging out. Alrighty, it is day 15 in the basement reno, and we no longer have a hole where they did the plumbing for the toilet, and the bathtub is no longer full of water. Now look, I know I'm not allowed. I know I'm not allowed to do it, but I really, really, really want to let my 3-year-old put her hands in this cement. I know I'm not allowed. I won't do it. I promise. Alrighty, it is day 16 in the basement. This is a very rare Saturday update because the guys came in this morning and put up the insulation on the walls. It's getting real. Pretty sure that next week is going to be the drywall week. Okay, so I have been getting a lot of questions about why the framers did essentially like a 4-inch, almost like a gap in between. They did it all around the entire perimeter. So I asked the construction guy just like why they did that. Here's his response, word for word, just in case I'm like not saying it right. But essentially the concrete that the basement sits on is just dirt. So any like shifting that it does, this gap kind of like adjusts for that, is my understanding. So please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications and all that fun stuff so you can stay up to date. See y'all next week. Oh, I guess the other thing that also happened, I think in week 4, is that I made another payment, which I was surprised by. So I've made a $9,000 payment and then another $9,000 payment. They seemed like they were like a week apart. And I was like, just the inspector came, like, what am I paying for here? But essentially they didn't. My first bill was later than what the expected like schedule was. I was supposed to have my first bill after day 3 of construction, and I actually had it like day 7 or 8 of construction. So that's why those two were back to back. But I made another payment right before the drywall went up, which is in week 5. So let's go to that video.